Hey y'all, I am starting this vlog off right here sitting in my favorite reading spot because I am so excited to start reading The Chamber by Will Dean. So if y'all have followed the channel and watched most of our videos, you've probably heard me talk about Will Dean before. He is an author that I have read and loved. Jen got me to read The Last One by Will Dean. That was my first Will Dean book, and I thought that story was so fascinating and entertaining and so fun and thrilling. So I have been kind of reading some more of his book. I read a book that he wrote about a human trafficking victim. She was an immigrant and she was sold to this man that was horrible to her. Last one was about a group of people that got stuck on this cruise ship. They were secluded from everything and trapped on this cruise ship in the middle of nowhere. And this book, The Chamber, is about people that get trapped in a parabolic chamber. So again, it's kind of the same theme. It's the same creepy vibe. I hope this is like a thriller book. I hope this is just as fun and entertaining as the last one. And I'm just gonna dive right into reading it. I can't wait any longer. I've had this arc for so long. I've been waiting on Jen to get the arc or for the book to come out so we could read it together because she is also a Will Dean fan and she has introduced me to him. So we are going to start reading it right now.
Hey guys, I am just a tad excited to start this new book that me and Amanda are doing. We both technically have electronic arcs for this. By the time we read and finish it and it gets edited, it will be out after the book has been out. So the great news about that is that you will be able to just go get it right away if you want to read it. That's the best part about this. This book that we are reading, and me and Amanda, I know, are both equally excited for this because we read a great book by him last summer called The Last One. We are reading The Chamber by Will Dean. Me and Amanda love getting arcs, electronic arcs, paper copies, whatever we can get our hands on. We're usually trying to read arcs for this channel. It's mostly, I feel like, what we love to and what we want to accomplish with this channel, but we love reading in general. We would be doing anything we can get our hands on in terms of reading and doing reviews. There is a nice, and the screen's not going to be able to be shown, but there is a nice message from Simon & Schuster on here. And thank you so much to Simon & Schuster for allowing us to have access to this book early. We really wanted to do it in July, but we keep getting, we have, you know that phrase where they say don't go shopping when you're hungry because you end up buying way too much. I feel that concept is very true for me and her in reading. I feel we see things and really, really want to read them, and we pack ideas and throw ideas at each other and pack a lot of wanting into a month. The moral of that is we're constantly trying to do more. We bite off more than we can chew. I'm just going to keep finding phrases and comparisons to what we're trying to do. Anyway, I had forgotten exactly what this book was about. I just remember it being about a hyperbaric chamber and that people are trapped. But I'm going to read real quick how it describes it. And Then There Were None, which is by Agatha Christie, meets The Last Breath. And I honestly don't know what The Last Breath is. In this tense and suspenseful locked room thriller, which is one of the main reasons I know Amanda has been wanting to probably read this, also because we both read The Last One and really loved that book. It was very unique. If you haven't read that, I for sure would suggest you read it. It is just, especially if you like thrillers in terms of anything that's a little different. And that's kind of it was kind of a locked room thriller too, because it was on a cruise liner in the middle of the ocean, and a woman wakes up and finds herself seemingly alone. And then a twist happens and you find out what happens for the rest of the book. And I don't want to ruin that for anybody, so I'm not going to say what else happens for that book. So it's a locked room thriller that takes place inside a hyperbaric chamber from the author of the brilliant, twisted, and oh-so-clever novel, The Last Thing to Burn. So 6 experienced saturation divers are locked inside a hyperbaric chamber. Calm and professional, they know that rapid decompression would be fatal, and so they work in shifts, breathing helium and surviving in hot, close quarters. Then one of them is found dead in his bunk. With 4 days of decompression to go before the locked hatch to the chamber can be safely opened, the group must watch one another's backs at all times. And when another diver is discovered unresponsive, everyone is on edge. Who is taking them out one by one? And will any of them still be alive by the time the 4 days is up, or will paranoia, exhaustion, suspicion, and pressure destroy them all? That sounds like a lot, but locked room thriller it is, and I'm about to experience the chamber. Oh, before I go, I just noticed there is a William Shakespeare quote at the beginning. It's from Macbeth, and I am a huge Shakespeare fan. By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. I gotta love that there's a Shakespeare quote at the front of this. And there's also a glossary at the beginning too. I don't know a lot about hyperbaric chambers, so it's probably good that there is a glossary. I don't know much about diving and any of that, so this might become helpful at some point. Oh, they even have an illustration of, I'm assuming this is, I guess I'll find out. I see where they're showing where the chamber is, but okay, finally the first chapter, and it looks like it's only 300 pages, so it should go pretty quick, but I will see you guys after I've read a chunk. Stay tuned. All right, here with an update with the chamber, Wildeen. I am on chapter 13, and it has felt a little slow in the very beginning. The first few chapters, I was getting worried because it just felt slow and technical, and I would even say detached, and I didn't know if that was intentional. You were seeing mostly from the perspective of Brooke, who is the only female on the crew. I'm not entirely sure. I'm definitely not gonna be able to use the technical terms of what they're doing, but you are fed a lot of information about how they proceed with their jobs and their roles and their language, a lot of technical terms, and not gonna lie, it was losing me. And then chapter 7 was where I felt it picked up, which is pretty early in a book, so I'm not gonna fault it yet. I felt it was around like 35, 40 pages that I felt like it started to get really interesting. And I feel the situation, or I don't know what to call it, like the scene that Wildeen is using. I think he's using the situation on purpose because it is a very claustrophobic scenario, at least it is for me. And I think a lot of people who aren't familiar or as well versed in doing a job like this would start to think about, because the narrator's really laying out what they go through and how life-threatening it can be if they make any mistakes, because it's a very pressurized, and I mean that literally, like the air is very precarious is the word I would use. And there were a few scenarios already where if they hadn't reacted quickly, they could become, as one so eloquently put it, raspberry jam. I think Andre said raspberry jam. So then it really escalated because someone is found unresponsive once Brooke comes up from the job that she's doing, and there already was a lot of issues happening where they could have died. There's someone who is found unresponsive, and I have a feeling they're gonna start to figure out that it may have been or being suspected of a murder. Well, I'm very curious to see what happens next, and that's where I ended for now, just to do a quick recap because I felt like it got really good and I wanted to talk about it. I also am going to show you some footage. So I had sent, Amanda's birthday is just in a few short days. She is out of town right now, and I worked very quickly to get her present to her in time. And what's funny is I had started ahead of time. I am a planner, and I planned things out a few weeks ago, even I would say over a month ago, because I knew I had to get everything together in order to get it to her on time. Then when I realized she was gonna be out of town, I had to get it there even quicker. I was able to do so. She has seen her gift. I'm going to show you guys some footage of what I had recorded along the way as I did some of the pieces of her present. And hopefully she recorded her reaction to what I had gifted her so you guys can see, because there are pieces of the gift that I couldn't really show since you kind of have to use it, but you'll see. So here's some footage of me putting together Amanda's birthday present. I have some things planned for Amanda's birthday. I'm gonna start recording the things that I've been planning. I want to tag this into a video she's not gonna see until she gets her package from me. I don't know what video that's gonna be just yet, but some of the things I have given her in the past, I guess since her last birthday, there've been several autographed copies and autographed stickers that I've gotten for her. Frida McFadden was one of them. And we also had Jason Rekulek, which is another author that she's liked. I know I already got her last year Meg Schaefer's The Wishing Game with the beautiful edges on the outside, and it had a signed book plate in there. I did recently go to a book signing that had Meg Schaefer and her husband, Andrew Schaefer, but her new book is The Lost Story. Now, I did tell Amanda that I got this one for her because I didn't want her already purchasing it. Meg did put in here, Amanda, happy birthday in there, which is fantastic. And she signed it, of course. She also gave, since it was her birthday, I think this is really cool. It was a unicorn magical card that I'm including. You can almost use that as a bookmark. And she also had a pencil that says everything magical. So I did get 2 things in the mail today, and I'm waiting for 2 more things. The other 2 things that are coming, I am super excited to get for her. So I got her card, and I try and theme it and make it all kind of relate to each other, I guess is the best way to say that. I love going on Etsy. If you guys watch our videos, you know anytime I'm doing any kind of gift giving, I'm usually perusing Etsy. This is from, it's a lot of, you know, small independent sellers, but this one on Etsy, her name is Sinla. She wrote a little thank you note, and they're always so cute with the little thank you notes and cards that they put in. So the card that I got, I was trying to find one because Amanda loves Dragons Fantasy. So I did kind of a magical theme. Oh, she has one of her. So the seller has her own business card on here. Amanda can tag the seller's information in whatever video I end up putting this in. So I did find a magical birthday card, even though I feel like it kind of looks like a little kid's card. But there were dragons in this one, and I felt like the magical kind of blended with the Lost Story. I have to still sign this. And then I got one other thing on Etsy. Oh, this is gorgeous. And another one that has their card on here. Again, I will make sure they get tagged in the video that I put this in. And this one is a very, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this really well, but it's like the dragons from Fourth Wing almost, how they had those stenciled in on Fourth Wing, and it's a bookmark. Just something a little smaller to include. I have 2 things coming, and I will show you guys once they arrive, and those are the 2 things I'm most excited in giving her, so stay tuned. So I got another piece of Amanda's birthday presents. I was hoping that I would get, there's just one more thing, that I'm waiting for, and I haven't gotten it yet, but I want to show you guys what this one is. And it is a candle, and it comes with little candle care instructions that I will make sure I pass along to her, and some really cute book stickers that I will also pass along to her. I'm not going to open it because obviously I want to, and I'm sure she will show this as well, but I wanted to describe it a little bit. So I found this on Etsy, and it's dragon themed, kind of Fourth Wing related, and how you bond to a dragon in Fourth Wing. This, once you burn it, it has a dragon charm, and it burns a certain color to show what dragon you bonded with. And I thought she would especially appreciate this, and she loves Fourth Wing, and I would love to see which dragon charm that she gets. So I hope that once she gets this, she can eventually show us. I'm not gonna make her rush and use it, but she'll be able to open it so you guys can see it more. Waiting on one more thing. And then once I have that, I will be sending it off to her. I don't know if I'm going to be able to send it before she's taking a road trip and leaving shortly. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get it to her before that. So it may end up having to be when I'll have to send it closer to when she gets back home, and she may get it after her birthday, which it is what it is. Well, she'll eventually enjoy everything, even if I send it to her have to send it to her a little late. Next time you see me, you'll see the last piece of her birthday gift. All right, I got my package from Carmichael's bookstore that has the final piece of Amanda's gift. So I'm gonna open it and show you what I got. So she hasn't read Mr. Lullaby just yet. Has a cute little autograph sticker on here because I hope it's right. And to Amanda, best wishes and joy. The hive is alive, and his signature, which is fantastic. The last piece to the box. So this is the box that I have. I put a ton of book stickers in here, stuff like this. I filled out her card, and I'm going to put this in. And I have to find some packaging to go in here and off to the post office and off to Amanda. So I really can't wait to see. She already told me how much she really enjoyed everything I gave her, but I do want to see once she uses the candle, the dragon candle. I'm just curious to see. I love using Etsy. If you guys watch any of our gifting videos on this channel, I'm a big fan of Etsy. I love finding, there's just so many unique items on Etsy, and it doesn't hurt that a lot of the people are just small business owners and deserve it more than like Amazon. I am a fan of Etsy, but I will shop, you know, other places too, because obviously whenever I want to get bookish gifts, there's just a lot of places that you can go. I know you guys have seen me do Second and Charles is a store I like to go to because they have a lot of cool bookish gifts there. I like the company Out of Print. And even though she texted me and told me how much she enjoyed her gifts, I can't wait to see some videos. So hopefully she got a chance to record that. And now I'm going to read some more because I'm off today. I had a bunch of house chores to do, but I'm getting chunks of time that I'm reading bit by bit. And this one's going now after chapter 7. I feel like it's going very fast. Will Dean, I feel, in the last book I read by him, he does very short chapters, which I appreciate. The book is going faster when there are short chapters, and he also does the technique of having very short pointed sentences that kind of make and illustrate his point or kind of move the plot along by having things happen pretty quickly. So I am a fan of that technique. I am going to return to reading, and I will be back with more thoughts. Who knows when?
I am so excited. My package from Jen came in the mail today. I've already used some scissors to open the box, but I have not seen what's inside yet. I want to look at everything with you guys. So here we go. I'm gonna see what she got me. I'm so very excited. I know one thing that's in the box is a book, so really excited about that. All right, so it is wrapped in this really cute kind of red paper. That's what I see after I took off all the brown paper from the top. Oh my gosh. I got an autographed copy of Mr. Lullaby. This is the J.H. Markert book I have not read yet, and now I'm just gonna like have to read it. Like, I wanna read this right now. Oh my goodness. So exciting. Look, oh my, and it even has my name. Wow. To Amanda, best wishes, the Hive is alive. Oh my gosh. In case you guys missed it, Jen and I got ARCs of J.H. Markert's book coming out later this year called Sleep Tight. It was fantastic. You guys have to go out and get it and read it if you like horror books. And I also gave The Nightmare Man, which is the first book I read by him, 5 stars. So I would say I am a J.H. Markert fan. So this is amazing. I cannot wait to read this book. Jen was talking about in a vlog how this reminds her of It, with like the raincoat and you're kind of going into that sewer, and I loved the story of It. Most of the book, there's some parts that I didn't like, but most of the book I liked It. So I am glad. I hope this is inspired by It, and I am so happy to get this. I can't wait to read it. This is actually the first physical book of J.H. Markert's that I've owned. His other books I have read, The Nightmare Man I checked out from the library, and obviously the book coming out later this year. I don't own a physical copy yet. I got an ARC from NetGalley, so exciting to start my J.H. Markert collection with an autographed copy. So the next thing that I can see, there's a birthday card and lots of stickers, which I am super excited about, because I need stickers for my tablet. And of course the Lost Story is in here. I knew that that book was coming, but I got a cute birthday card. Let's look at that. Since this wasn't on top, I feel bad not reading the card first, but oh, look how cute. Dragons on the back, and look at the front. It's like a castle with some little dragons on the front. How adorable is that? Jen knows me so well, I swear. Aw, and then there's just a cute message inside. Aw, such a cute, fun message. She said she's going with a magical theme for my presents. So cute, and a very heartwarming message. Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate you too. Let me just grab all these stickers so I can show you all the stickers real quick. You guys, I have been wanting so many more stickers. I'm so excited to get these, to put these on my tablet cover. And there are so many in here. Oh, so cute. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, look at all these stickers. All right, look at this one, you guys. Fourth Wing, like my favorite book ever. Okay, let's see. Okay, look at all these. I'm just gonna put all of these out on the table and kind of show you guys all these stickers. There's just so many super cute ones. Like, how cute is this? Well, how fun is that? And such cute colors. Readers are leaders. I think I said that in one of our very first videos when I was talking about buddy reading with my niece. Oh my gosh. Thank you. These are so cute. This, yep, look. Harry Potter. Another one of my fave books. So cute. Oh, wow. All right, so I'll just lay out all the stickers on the table and give you guys a screenshot of them so you can see all these cute stickers, but they are just so cute. All of them, so cool. Look at this bookmark. I love it. If I'd ever seen this in a store, I would have bought it. I would have just seen it and had to have it. I cannot believe this. I don't know where she found this, But look how cute that is. And oh my gosh, I can't wait for the Onyx Storm coming out in January. If you all are Fourth Wing fans, Onyx Storm, the cover of that book and the sprayed edges are just amazing. The best looking book of the series so far, in my opinion, and it's coming out in January, and I cannot wait to read it and use this bookmark for it. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Oh, so adorable. I love it. So the next thing looks like this little bundle here. I think it's maybe a candle. Let's see. So I removed the bubble wrap and it is a candle, and I'll show you guys in a minute, but this little clip came with it. It's just some candle care tips, but look at this little bookmark. It's one of those magnetic book clips that came with it, and I love those things. I use them a lot on my calendars and things, as well as when I'm reading books, but I really like having the little book clips, and that way you don't have to worry about your bookmark sticking out of the book and getting bent or getting broken or torn or something, and I think these are so cute. So this is the little book clip that came with the candle. And then the candle, which dragon will you bond to? Color revealing Fourth Wing candle. Oh my gosh, how cute. So you don't know what color the candle is, which would determine what dragon you bond to, and there's also a little dragon charm on the inside of the candle. So I'm assuming once you burn the candle away, you'll get your little dragon charm, but let's just open this up and see. Oh, it smells so good. It's oh, it smells so good. It has a citrus scent, and I don't think Jen knows this, but citrus scents are my favorite. I love lemon and orange and lime and even white tea, which sounds weird, but to me it has sort of a citrusy scent. I love all those smells, and this smells so good. I cannot wait to burn this candle. That is so cool. That's a very cool little gift. Thank you so much. I'm assuming Jen got this from Etsy shop, and any of these gifts, if she got them from an Etsy shop, I will list all the Etsy shop links in the description below. So if you guys want to get any of these, so even this little card might be Etsy shop. Anything that comes from Etsy, I will link the shops below. And the last gift in here, and I know I'm gonna love this so much, is Meg Schaefer's new book, The Lost Story. And Jen told me she was gonna get this for me for my birthday, so I knew I was gonna be getting this one. And it is autographed as well. Look how fun. Okay, so this little card came with it. How cute is that? And then look at this signature page. It even says happy birthday. How fun is that? So exciting. Look at all these books that I have, all these special books, autographed books. Meg Schaefer's first book that we got, The Wishing Game. Jen also got, I think, for my birthday last year, and it has very cool sprayed edges. So I have very cool sprayed edges Wishing Game. I have a very cool happy birthday autographed Lost Story with a fun little card inside, which I'm sure is related to the book. I just haven't got far enough in the book. I'm only on chapter 4 so far. But, so excited to have my collection of The Lost Story growing, and then I also have my J.H. Markert book that I just got. Oh, so let me just double check and make sure there's nothing else in here. I just want to make sure. All right, a few more stickers. Okay, so I love all my gifts so much. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. You are the best at gift giving. I wish I had that talent. I always feel insecure about the gifts that I give people, like if not sure if they're gonna like them, but Jen always does such a good job at getting me gifts. She must know me so well, and thank you so much. Thank you, Jen, for my gifts. I really love them all, and I can't wait to start reading these books and using my Fourth Wing bookmark and burning my candle and putting the stickers all over my tablet.
I was reading right before bed and I almost stopped to record, but I wanted to keep reading, so I didn't record. And there was a chapter, I don't remember which one it was, where the last sentence kind of does that plot twist where you're like, wait, what? What did she just say? I love when books do that and completely suck you in. And then the next chapter kind of talks about that last line that came out of nowhere. And I feel it just opens up that possibility of so much more that could be happening with this book. Yeah, I'm sucked into this book now, and I'm about a third of the way in. I'm over 100 pages. I will report back as we get more information.
Hey y'all, reading update time. I am on chapter 41, which is about 55% into the book, so a little over halfway. And the book, I feel like, is picking up and getting a lot better. The beginning of it was kind of slow and hard for me to follow because you're talking a lot about the chamber and getting familiar with it and the terms. I've had to refer to the drawing a lot and the glossary so that I can kind of visualize things because I have such a hard time visualizing this space. It's kind of like with sci-fi books when they go too in depth and talk too technical about spaceships. I'm just kind of like not able to picture everything because I don't know all the terms and where everything goes and how everything looks, and I'm kind of feeling the same way about this parabolic chamber. But you're following a set of divers, I'd say a group, it's not a set, not two, a group of divers that go on these trips where they go really deep into the ocean to fix things that might go wrong on the ocean floor. Like if they are drilling oil from the ocean and there's a problem with the equipment down there that's drilling the oil, they have to go down and repair it. And it's very eye-opening how dangerous and complicated those things can be just because of the difference in pressure of the ocean, and obviously you're underwater. In the beginning there was this like very creepy kind of scare with like a sea creature, I'll call it. You don't actually find out what it was, if it was anything, but there's just this very scary moment where I was like, oh wow, this is creepy. And it makes me appreciate the people that do that, and it's not something that I think about all the time. Like, it's hard for me, you know, you don't know what you don't know. I had no idea those kinds of jobs happen so often. Like, there were so many times people needed to do that, and also how risky they were. So on one hand, it's been kind of cool learning, and on the other hand, it's been kind of overwhelming and really hard for me to visualize what exactly is going on the ship. So overall, interesting story. I find a lot of useful information about sat divers and the things they go through. It's just a little cumbersome trying to get through the terminology and for me to visualize the parabolic chamber. It's kind of hard for me to do that since I don't know anything about them, never seen one, don't know much except the diagram in the front of this book. So let's just keep reading and see where the story goes. So I am going to be traveling and finishing the book while I travel. So I think the next time I check in will probably just be final thoughts when I get back, and let you know what I think after reading the end of the book.
I don't even know what's happening. What is happening? All right, I finished, but I honestly, the last like 20 pages flew. And I did like some of the imagery. There's like this chess imagery that I felt worked really well, but I honestly don't know what to think. I don't know. I have to really let it absorb and try and have more coherent thoughts on what I just read. I don't know if I know what I just read. I feel like it was confusing, but I'm gonna think about it and I will be back with hopefully more coherent thoughts. Hopefully.
Hey guys, final thoughts now on the chamber. This book, I have so many mixed feelings about. Some parts of this book I really, really loved. I loved the creativity of the author. I appreciate all of the obvious research that Will Dean had to do to write this book and put into this book. I can imagine this book took a very long time to write and a whole lot of research. I appreciate the story that is told through the eyes of Ellen, who is the main character, the point of view character you're following in the book. And I thought all around it was a great story and a great book, and I can just really appreciate all of the work that went into putting this story together. On the other hand, I felt like it was just so hard for me to follow and sort of visualize in my head what was going on. I could understand the characters and what they were saying, but it was really hard for me to wrap my mind around this chamber that they're in. I couldn't visualize the chamber, and that's probably more my fault than anything else. But again, it was just kind of hard for me to really grasp and get into the story, like fully into the story, because I had just had a hard time picturing everything going on in my head and what everything meant. Also, there is a lot of unreliable narrator going on in this book. Once you learn more about Ellen, more about her past, more about her family, more about her life, you start understanding, and more about kind of what's going on in her head. You start to kind of get this unreliable narrator, which in the beginning you feel like you can trust the narrator. You don't really get that. That's something that kind of gets drawn out and develops later on into the book, where you have this kind of unreliable narrator situation going on. And even the very, very ending of the book, I feel like it's just a little ominous, just a little left open, and your mind can go in different directions. I don't necessarily really like that. However, I feel like it just fits for this book, for the stories that's told in this book. And I do feel like it is a very good ending for the book, even though it's not really my favorite type of ending. And that's okay, you know, because it fits for this book, and I can appreciate the author taking the risk and chances and writing the book the way that he did. So overall, I do think this is a solid book. I didn't like it as much as the last one, but a very solid read. I'm very glad I read it, and I'm very thankful that I did get an advanced reader copy, even though I didn't read it before the book came out.
Alright guys, some final thoughts on The Chamber by Will Dean. I did enjoy it. I love the build-up that it did, and I'm trying not to say certain things because I wouldn't want to ruin it, but as they're in this chamber and there's a time limit with which they are in it because they need to depressurize before they can leave, and everything that escalates while they're in this situation and the things that keep happening make it really tense, and I feel you are wanting to know what happened. At least I wanted to know what happened. But as I got till the end, and I said in a previous video that I like the imagery of chess. And what I mean by that is I feel the scenes around two of them playing chess were very illustrative of the story, and I'm probably missing things with it, to be honest, because I haven't been able to stop thinking about that part of it, that I believe that there's more in it with the questions that I have after I've been done reading, because I don't feel there was a conclusive answer. I'm not sure. I feel like they're saying it's one person behind everything, yet how the main character, who they call Brooke, some of the things she's thinking after they get out of the chamber, and even the last 24 hours when they're in the chamber, I don't know. I just have some questions. I need to text Amanda. She wasn't done the last time I had texted her about it. And both of us were saying how I don't think she felt very riveted. And I kind of, when things started getting very I guess confusing is the best word I can think of, when things just seemed at the highest point and you started to question what was happening. I kind of lost interest in it, and I don't know, I didn't really like the ending all that much. I definitely enjoyed the last one by Will Dean much more than this one. I felt that one was really well done, and even though it had very similar elements where things are building up to this crescendo, I felt the twists at the end of the last one were much more satisfying, and I really enjoyed the ending of that book, and I loved the open-endedness of that book. But this one, I don't know, I wasn't really a fan of the ending. When I finished, I said I had to think about it. Obviously, I thought about it a lot. I didn't rate it, and I don't know what rating I really want to give this book. I'm on the fence, so I don't know. I felt like a lot of the book was really good and was building up really well, and up until the final, I don't know, like 30 to 50 pages, I started to really, I just didn't like the ending. I've said before that endings make or break a book for me. I weigh a lot with the ending, and it just didn't sit well with me. Definitely was disappointed in this one. I don't know if I would recommend it, unfortunately. I had felt a lot better in the beginning of the book. It was a little slow at first, and then it hit a very good stride, and then it just kind of dive bombed for me, I guess is the best way to describe what happened with this book. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching us read it. It doesn't sound like Amanda really enjoyed it either, at least at the one point she and I texted, and I hope you enjoyed everything that we showed you about Amanda's birthday, everything that I did for her birthday. And we have a lot of things planned for August, so stay tuned. We have a most anticipated coming out this month, which I love doing those and seeing all the books coming out. I hope everyone enjoys the last few weeks we have of summer, and until next time.